Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Bold Metal Nerd coming at you with what I think is a pretty exciting video. At least at the time of this recording, I think I'm actually probably one of the earliest on the internet to do this. Yay me, right? Um, I just had the opportunity to listen to um, the entire album of Hardwired to Self Destruct, which of course is the Metallica album that is nearing its release date. Let's be honest, it's the internet. You can hear things before it comes out. Just reality of life. So let's dive into what I heard. Um, the first track, of course, is Hardwired, which has, that was the first single that was released from the album, and that was the first thing we heard. And of course, if you want, you can watch my video where I talk at length about that song, but in this one, I'm just gonna say it's a very fast, thrashy tune, kind of reminiscent of Kill 'Em All. Really awesome, solid way to start off the album. Track two is Atlas Rise. Again, that's actually the third single that was released, and I've already talked about that. My opinion on that song kind of went back and forth a little bit. And listening to it in the flow of the album, it stood out actually as a really good song. It's just basically what it sounds like is just kind of an amalgamation of various modern Metallica styles. It's a good song. I really do enjoy it. Um, Now, track three, Now That We're Dead, um, on the first disc. That is definitely the weakest song on the album. I didn't like it that much. In fact, it would have fit in right with the Loads, okay? And low side of average Load song. It wasn't even a good low, in the Load style. It's not even like, it's not as good as, the good Load songs. So that's really the low point of the entire album, is track three, Now That We're Gone. Track four, of course, is Moth and the Flame, which was the second song they released. And it's just a great song with a variety of styles. I really like Moth and the Flame. After that, we've got Dream No More, which basically sounds like a mix between the Black Album and the Load styles, but it's done to really good effect here. In fact, the beginning of the song sounds a lot like Sad But True, but it's really good. And the Load and the Black Album styles actually mix together really well in this song, I think. It's a slower song, and it's got a good groove. And some parts in the song actually have really great heaviness. It's a different style, a bit of a different style, but I do enjoy it. After that, we've got Halo on Fire, which closes out the first disc. And it's an 8-minute modern Metallica epic song. It's got an awesome atmospheric intro and a variety of styles throughout the track. It's really well written, and it doesn't feel too long at all. I think 8 minutes for that song is right. It's really well constructed, well put together. Sounds great. I really it's a real solid finisher for the first disc. And for disc one alone, the rating I give it, it's about a 77 out of 100, I'd say. On the high end of average. There's, the real low point of the album kind of drags it down, and a few passages in some of the song really keep it from achieving greatness, but there are some really great songs on it. Disc two, it starts out with Confusion. It's got a real punishing intro, and it could have fit into Ride the Lightning. That's how good the intro is. And then it has an awesome heavy section, and sad sounding lyrics. It's got a great groove in the song. Overall, it's really Confusion is a great song, I think. It's really just a standout track. After that, you have Man Unkind. It's a groove laden, and again, it's a Load style song. But I think they do this is actually like a Load style song, but done really, really well. It's really good, actually. It's not beyond great, but it's good. After that, you have Here Comes Revenge, which is very unique. It has dark sections, and really good heavy mid-paced sections. It's what I would call a really good sleeper song. It's not going to be an immediate standout track to you, but I think the more you listen to it, probably the more you'll enjoy that one. Next up, Am I Savage, which I thought is kind of the weakest one on the second disc. I'm sorry. Yeah, Am I Savage, the weakest track of the second disc. Um, it has a wide variety of styles. The first half of the song kind of plods along. The intro is really good, and then the first half just kind of plods along, and it's not that great. And then the second half, much better, but it really makes the song uneven. After that, you've got Murder One, which has an awesome acoustic and heavy intro, and it's very, to me, reminiscent of Sanitarium. And overall, it's a heavy atmospheric track, and it's very good. Um, After that, it finishes off with Spit Out the Bone, and as a lot of as some other reviews I've seen, it really, I think it's an awesome 7-minute thrash masterpiece. It's an incredibly great song. Um, it really just takes it to a whole other level. And disc two, overall, I would give it, like an 85 out of 100. So my overall rating for the album is, it's probably about an 82 out of 100. So it's definitely, I'd say overall, it's a very good album. Is it perfect? No. I'm not going to sit here and say it's better than any of their classic albums, because it isn't. It isn't. It's very good, but it's not better than their classic albums. It's easily the best thing they've done since the Black Album. I'd say by far it's the best thing they've done since the Black Album, but it's more uneven than the Black Album. So I don't really think it surpasses the Black Album, but it definitely surpasses Load, Reload, Saint Anger, and Death Magnetic. It jumps over all of those. It's definitely better than any of those, and it's you know, Death Magnetic was a huge step in the right direction for Metallica. I think this takes it even further and really lets them spread their wings even more. And they do a really good job on this album. And I think overall some of the tracks are really epic. And now a quick word about the production on this album. Of course, a big problem with Death Magnetic was the production. The extreme dynamic range compression made it sound like shit. I ran the DR meter on this, and this is registering at a 6, which is not great. It beats Death Magnetic, but it's kind of standard for modern metal. Most modern metals around DR6. It would be nice if it was higher, but what are you going to do? The production does sound better than Death Magnetic. It doesn't sound that bad. It's kind of average. I mean, Metallica, you've heard much better production on some of their older albums, but what are you going to do? As far as do I recommend buying this? I'd say if you're any sort of a Metallica fan, beyond just very casual, yeah, I'd say it's a definite get. Even though I don't know if at this point if they're capable of writing, something that's going to beat their classic albums. I don't think they are, but you know what? I am really encouraged by this, and I'm actually really looking forward to their next album after this one. I mean, because they really stepped it up on this one in a lot of ways, and I really can't wait to hear what they have to offer next. I didn't think I'd ever really say that about Metallica ever again, but this album is a huge shot in the arm for them, and it's really good. I think any Metallica fan should own this. Anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap this up. As always, if you did like what you see, please thumbs up, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks a whole lot for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.